What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, you may be wondering, why do I have 335 pounds on my back right now? You know I can't squat that. What I'm doing in this clip is I'm training my eccentric portion of my squat, which has a lot of benefits, and today, in this video, we will be going over some of them or all of them. After taking the weight off to get up with the weight, you're still going to go pretty heavy on this. I started with 225 and then ended up going with 245 pounds at the end. Here's two clips of Isaiah Rivera, one of the highest jumpers in the world, doing eccentric squats. And as you can tell, it obviously helps, because if you can see, if you ever see his clips of his jumps or his dunks, you'll see why. He's basically proof that the eccentric training works. This takes us to our first question. What is supramaximal eccentric training? First off, we're going to start with the definition of eccentric when it comes to a lift. It is the lowering phase of a lift. So for example, if you're doing a bicep curl, lowering would be like that. This would be the eccentric phase when you drop down like that. Then going up would be concentric. And with a squat, this would be eccentric. And then going up would be concentric. And supramaximal means more weight than you can handle, like with a squat, more weight than you can handle concentrically. So more weight than you can squat up, maybe more weight than what other exercises could you do? I don't know if you can do any supramaximal ones with things other than squat. I guess you could with bench, you could come down, but you need safety rails for sure. That'd be pretty dangerous. Question 2. How does eccentric training help you jump higher? It's kind of, I don't think it's has 2-3 ways maybe that help you jump higher. But the first one is it helps. The first one is it helps you transfer your speed from approach into a jump. So, for example, when you're running and you get a lot of speed, or horizontal, maybe force is what you could call it. And this really helps you convert it into vertical force so you can jump. Helps you convert that force into jumping, into vertical force, which helps you jump higher. And number 2 is stiffen your tendons. I'll make a tendon breakdown probably in another video. It's why tendons are very important in jumping. And when you stiffen your tendons, I'm just gonna have a short breakdown. When your tendons are stiffer, they stretch, they snap back faster like a rubber band. And when they're stretched, they have a bunch of potential energy. And when, of course, they snap, more energy is released. And that makes you jump higher because you have more energy towards your jump. And I think my next video, I'll probably start working on it soon after this one, will be most likely a breakdown on tendons, how they make you jump higher, how to stiffen your tendons, and why stiff tendons matter. But yeah, stiffer tendons help you jump higher, of course. And one thing about eccentric training though is that it can be hard on your nervous system, fatigue you a lot. So if you are doing an eccentric training cycle, don't fret if you're maybe not jumping as high as you usually do in a training cycle, because this one's a very fatiguing one. Now I'm just going to shorten the explanation up into a couple of sentences. Eccentric strength will stiffen your tendons, which will help your tendons release more energy and store more energy. And it'll also help you amortize speed and horizontal force, vertical force more efficiently, instead of dissipating heat and energy, which makes you just be only producing force, or you only get force upwards from concentric strength instead of your tendons and things like that. I don't know exactly how to explain it or say it, because I don't have a major in exercise science or anything. Obviously, I'm 14 years old, but yeah, I'm reading off this. So it helps you, instead of dissipating heat and energy and that making you only produce, like only jumping concentrically, or like getting force upwards from concentric strength. It helps you get more from your tendons instead of just having some from your tendons, of course, because you still have tendons, but you get more from your tendons, so you're not relying just on concentric strength. Because a lot of athletes, like, we'll take John Morant, for example, he has, I believe, very, like, good and stiff tendons. His tendons are very good because tendons can be, they can be a key to athleticism, and John Morant has stiff tendons, and he has the amazing vertical, obviously. So eccentric training can help you get these stiff tendons because it's one of the best ways to do it. I believe you can get them from plyometrics too, but if you want to get them, like, I'd say the most efficient way to get them is by doing heavy resistance training and eccentric training. But just make sure to kind of have it periodized so you don't get injured. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.